cover up something more secret. It is this possibility which leads many to believe that the cover-up continues, and according to Ray Santilli, the cameraman of the alleged alien autopsy, seems to offer a tantalizing...
They're not alien creatures as far as he's concerned. He just calls the creatures freaks all the time. He says they've got no reason to be here, and he says he doesn't know what they are. Our cameraman's a very religious guy. He just refuses to believe. And he was there at the time, he saw everything that happened, but he refuses to believe that these are extraterrestrials. He just says that, you know, it's just some goddamn experiment, and that's it. You know, he just calls them freaks. You have to remember, this is a cameraman that was there at White Sands, with the Trinity experiments as well. It appears that lots of weird and wonderful things happened at that time.
As well as the autopsy, there is footage of strange debris, allegedly recovered at the site of a crashed space vehicle. Whatever the Santilli film represents, there is no question it demands serious investigation. These symbols bear some resemblance to actual letters. V-I-D-E-O, video. Despite doubts about its authenticity, we took the film to America to show to some of the witnesses that we originally interviewed about the Roswell Incident.
The symbols are vaguely consistent with my memory, since I can't be absolutely sure though, but they certainly could be consistent with what I saw. The differences would be the size and the fact that the ones I saw were not raised above the level of the beam.
I'm trying to count the fingers in there. That's six. I don't recall 6 fingers though. I don't know. It could. I won't swear to it, John. I don't recall those 6 fingers though. To be honest with you, it doesn't look too close to the Roswell incident. I can say that much.
Dr. Ian West is one of Britain's leading forensic pathologists. He's frequently called upon by Scotland Yard in murder investigations.
The blood is pattern is unusual. You don't normally get, you know, that incision has been open for some time now. We've got 4 little trails running from it. Although we have a number of quite distinct linear trails, dark trails, which look like blood trails, they're not of the nature that I would expect to see at a post-mortem. I would see some more smearing, some more irregularity in the blood loss from the margins of the incision. One has seen one distinctive organ removed from the upper central abdominal region. It's of the size of a liver, but it's not of the liver shape, and it's not in the liver position. I've seen no intestines that I can distinguish. I can't distinguish the thoracic organs. It certainly doesn't resemble, from what one can see here, any human remains that I've ever seen. There's just no evidence to say this is definitely nothing on the film which makes me say this is definitely a hoax. My feeling is that probably about 98% feeling is that this is probably a man-made hoax. I have, as I say, a 2% area where I don't know.
In my opinion, I think it's a special effect. It's man-made. It's a good special effect. It's not going to be a cheap item. It's going to be, you know, a few $100,000 probably. It's difficult to say when something like that could have been made. Certainly in the 60s they were doing things at Hammer which were very similar. I would guess that it was not before the 60s, but sort of mid-60s I would think would be the earliest it could be. I don't think anyone could be certain that it's a special effect. I mean, it's how do I know what the inside of aliens look like? No one knows. I know what the inside of foam rubber and polyurethane foam looks like, and it looks very similar.
Many people who are deeply suspicious about the film think that you could be behind the hoax yourself. What have you got to say to that?
I'll still go back to what I said before. If someone, even if it was our company, wanted to hoax a piece of footage, why not do the job properly? Why not create something that really looks like an alien creature? You know, why come up with something where you've got these unnecessary hurdles of saying, well, is it human or is it not human? And in answer to your question, we didn't hoax it.
You sure?
Absolutely sure. 100% sure. I mean, you know.
As of this moment, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the film is either genuine or a hoax. Establishing its provenance is a critical factor in moving the Roswell mystery closer to resolution. One vital step would be to have the film chemically analysed by a photographic laboratory. Are you going to provide proper film extract which can be properly tested by Kodak, which has proper images on it?
I'll provide you with a film. I'll provide you with what I can, which will be a film with image, and the only way that I can do that is by securing some film from the collector that bought the first autopsy, which is currently en route to us.
So far, no suitable film extract has been provided for laboratory tests. But we continue to press for it. Back in Washington, the search for tangible evidence of what happened at Roswell has continued on a different front.
The issue is providing to the public whatever records may still exist, if any, and there may not be any, but if any, on the Roswell incident, so people can make their own determination. That is the mission that I discussed with the General Accounting Office.
The General Accounting Office is a powerful body which oversees government operations. They have been investigating government agencies to establish if there are any official records of the Roswell incident. In July this year, the GAO reported that the Air Force had destroyed their records relating to Roswell. For conspiracy theorists, it sounds all too convenient. But one man who would know if Roswell ever figured in secret files is Frederick Durant. In 1952, he investigated the whole question of flying saucers for the CIA.
If there had happened in 47, we would have known about it in 52 or 53 when I was involved. And I truly believe that we had the best information available in the intelligence community, including the White House and the National Security Council. And the investigation would certainly in fact, it was not even considered in the Blue Book because it was meteorological balloon wreckage.
But you are absolutely convinced that what you have told us what you saw and that is 100% accurate?
I am absolutely 101,000%. It's the truth.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth?
That's right. As Ripley would say, believe it or not.
For nearly 50 years, the Roswell incident has defied all attempts at rational explanation. In the world of UFO mysteries, it has become the most celebrated of them all. In the absence of any physical evidence, it all comes down to a question of faith. In the course of our investigation, we have encountered a wilderness of fact and fantasy. Credible witnesses relate incredible tales with apparent sincerity. Incredible characters make outlandish claims that cast grave doubt on their own rationality. But could so many ordinary people from the rural heartland of America be either lying or afflicted by a false memory syndrome that leads to similar accounts of the same story?
Basically, I think you'll find that the people who are telling you these stories are very ordinary Americans.
I know it happened. I know it was real. The threats were real.
I think that they're covered up some, and I think they should tell the truth to the public now.
Today, the Roswell incident remains shrouded in mystery. The Air Force insists that there are simply no secrets to conceal.